Hello and welcome to the UK invasion version of the We're Live FanCast.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yes, we're certainly just making our way along here waiting for what's going to be the finale and all the beard voyeur convoy stuff that y'all are talking about to kick off here in a couple days.
Yes.
That
That's
sounds
going to be
amazing.
incredible. I'm so excited.
I didn't realize all the great places you were going to stop until we talked this week. Looks like a
Yes.
lot of fun. So, let's see what's going on in the chat here. So, we've been wanting to do this UK-friendly time live show because it seems like there's been a lot of people interested in, joining. Sorry. But, let's see, where is this? I click around a lot. Hold on, I'm making sure this is up and everything. Okay, good. Y'all are seeing the weird staticky stuff? Yeah, that's good. That's just my TV tuner on my computer. So they can see it. We're live on the Google Hangouts.
Do people know where to find it?
They do, but we haven't really promoted it all that well this week because I've been in class and studying crazy.
Oh, that's true.
But other than that, do we need to? We ready to just hop into some things?
Sure.
Throw the invite link out there.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. Let me copy it out of here and go to the old YouTube thing. So what are some of the places y'all planning on stopping on the convoy?
What is it? Cadillac Ranch? I'm not sure if... oh, what's the place with with the alien stuff? What's it called?
Roswell.
Roswell. Golly. I'm not sure if we're still planning on stopping there or not. I got, Litmaster and Todd and a few others. Well, I think everybody on the live show right now is part of that. So
Oh yeah, this is the convoy prep show.
yeah.
Because I don't see anybody from the UK yet, but hopefully.
Let's see, Grand Canyon,
Joining
Fort
us.
Irwin, several places.
Very cool, very cool. And I'm hopping over, still trying to get back on the channel. Watch now. The green sherbet. Here goes. I'm really interested to know where y'all are gonna camp near the Grand Canyon. I'm sure there's plenty of campsites, but I know you don't always need a campsite.
um,
All right, guys. The link is in the. It's down in the About section. You may need to refresh to see it. Close this up. Yeah,
Oh.
have you talked about official campsites or finding a nice place in the woods?
To be honest, I don't know because the thread's so deep and the plans have changed a couple times. I'm not sure what the finalized itinerary is.
Oh, wow.
I'm game for anything though. I could sleep on the ground for all I care.
Right. Somebody should start a Google document. Everybody can look at it and suggest changes. But if Google Documents work like the Google Hangouts do sometimes.
So I got my MiFi card. I got a spare rooted Android phone, and I'm just gonna set it up to stream some video because I already got the dash cam. We'll have some other stuff going too.
Right. Now, you used to have an S2 before?
What was it? No, that's what Mrs. Redbird has.
Okay.
She has a Note 2, and then I've got my old Motorola.
Old Motorola.
Is it Motorola or HTC?
I'm not
I
sure.
can't remember. It was the same one you had.
Oh, the old Droid, yes. Or
Yeah.
Bionic. Then we had Bionic.
Yeah, Bionics. Yeah, it was a Bionic.
Yeah,
I had that other one too. I don't know where it's at the moment, but I have it.
that's right. All right, so I see Alberto Reyes has joined the call. Hey, awesome.
Man.
Let me go ahead and bring him in here. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I've missed you guys, man. I was like, oh man, I was like hoping it was gonna be the 4th of July, but we have to remember that certain things happen, and we have to be sensitive of certain material.
Yeah, we didn't want to quite rub it in the face, but there's of course there's flags in every room and things like that, so it'd just be crazy.
Yeah. So, did anybody yell, "The Americans are coming! The Americans are coming"?
No, but I'm sure you saw on Facebook somebody had commented something about, I'm sure that y'all are busy celebrating the time y'all beat us and became your own
Oh
country.
no.
As I said, too soon. Okay.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, Todd says if you guys want to talk stuff, go ahead and bring Lit on. If you guys want to join, just click that link. Well, you may have to refresh your page, but Mick posted the link out there.
Oh, cool. Anvil 13. Looks like he's reporting in from the UK. Very cool. You're gonna have to support them. Hopefully you can get on here. Do you have a mic or anything, Anvil? Definitely refresh the page. Grab that link in the About section at the very top. You can hop in. I'll even put it in chat if it'll let me. I don't think it will, though. Nope. Comments can't contain links. Even if it's your channel and your video, you can't put links in the chat.
Thanks a lot, spammers. You ruined it for everyone.
Yes. What have you been up to, Alberto?
Actually, I was working that day. I was not expecting. So, mostly at the end of June, it's a very intense day. So I literally did not leave work until 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was hoping. I was running. I'm like, I hope they're still on. I hope they're still on. But basically, just enjoying the calm after the giant storm. Actually, after this, I'm probably heading downtown. We have our taste of Buffalo, so we get to taste all the food from the city in one location.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I don't think I ever knew you were in Buffalo. That's cool.
Yeah, we're in what is it? Nick Voodoo Land, so Western New York.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, very cool. And Lit looks like he wants to join the call here as well. It's like, have you already brought him to the broadcast?
Yes, I did.
I killed your camera in case you didn't want it on. You can turn it back on if you'd like, Lit, and you can unmute whenever you're ready. Looks like you're getting ready like I was this morning, chugging some water, getting some coffee.
Tea is tea. We're supposed to get tea. It's appropriate.
Yes, a cup of tea. Speaking of, I don't have my water here, and I'm gonna need it, so I'm gonna step away for just a second. Alberto, you got it.
Okay. Did he lose it?
No pressure.
No pressure. Did he lose his sponsorship? He's moving in water.
What does he normally have? The Coke Zero?
Yeah, Coke Zero. Some bad things happen apparently over the time we've last spoke. I heard a witch doctor is also going to be here. Do we know his real name, or is he still hiding?
I forget what his real name is.
Okay. Yeah, I am so happy to see our Brett brethren today, because this is going to be actually the last time we get to do prediction before the finale.
Right. Man, with that last show, what would I call it? The Waiting for the End?
Yes.
I was trying to go through all the forum threads, and it's been crazy because we've been trying to release the software at work, and so I was trying to cram in time to go through all this huge thread of theories. It just goes on forever on the forums. It's like,
I can't even follow anymore. Everybody's all over the place. They're in season 1, they're episode discussion, they're in this season, and then they're doing other things. Like, you guys are talking about the convoy. I'm like, I have nowhere to start.
And it gets lost in there pretty easily, but so I was like, I'm not doing it. This is not going to do it any justice, but we'll throw something together.
I do like the waiting for the end. That was really funny. But as I told you, man, I was listening to you guys and RV fun. That's what I'm like. You're gonna eat Arby's all the way down?
Yeah, I think that thought crossed my mind when I said it too. So it's like it sounds kind of like that sounds weird. Arby's fund.
Yeah. How is the RB fund? Do we still need to throw a couple bucks down there?
Well, I ended up selling one website.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, that's killer. Yeah, I need to sponsor one of his dinners because he told me what he was gonna what one of his plans was, and it was not good. So I have
Oh.
to sponsor a dinner or two there, but I'm gonna say you can't spend this unless you spend it on dinner.
You can run one of those commercials like the like, are you gonna allow this beer to starve tonight?
For less than a cup of coffee an hour, you can give him.
Have the sad music going like Sarah McLachlan.
The eyes, just show the eyes in a side picture.
From the eyes of Mr. Redbeard.
Why didn't you tell us this before? That would have been perfect.
I just thought about it. I'm like, we need some sort of video. Just throw it on the forums, and then everybody will be on board on there.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Hey, Todd says that Witch Doctor is DeHaventon.
Okay.
I thought so. I saw him on his Twitter account. It was like a DW account, and I was like, is that DeHaventon? I didn't know Witch Doctor was DeHaventon.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
that's killer. And looks like an account for Richard Hill. I'm just going to say Miss Hill because she says she's on her husband's phone. Welcome to the show. I see you in chat there. I'm glad you could be here with us. Also, she's also in the UK. And looks like we have Andrew from the UK. If you want to unmute, Andrew, you certainly can. Would love to hear from you if you've got a mic. If not, just you can say in chat or whatever. And I can't tell if Lit's having trouble with his mic or if he's just waiting to hop in here. Nope, not having trouble. Okay.
He's just staring us down.
He's figuring other stuff out. He looks deep in thought.
No, I'm making lunch actually. I didn't want the sounds of me like clinking plates and stuff to kind of override the conversation. So I muted myself. No worries.
Well, I appreciate it. I just it was kind of like the UK's watching Big Brother. I didn't know what you were doing.
And Redbeard still doesn't know where we're going like 2 days before we actually leave, so I figured I'd look at the itinerary again.
I'm just in.
That's it.
He's
I'm
called me.
up on the other site. Just give me a second.
Okay. Yeah, he's
Live
100%.
from Dunbar.
There were some items in there that I think like Albuquerque or no, Roswell was still kind of like, are we doing this? There was option 1 and option 2, and I was like, well, whatever.
So you want to hear it?
Sure.
Okay, so we're leaving Tuesday morning, the 15th. Todd doesn't really want to do this, so it's still up in the air as far as whether or not we go to some caverns on the way. I was just looking for something to do. We're camping in Oklahoma that night, so it's basically a long day of driving. Tried to break it up so it wasn't just like marathon drive the whole time, because that gets to be pretty much a drag. The next day on Wednesday, we're stopping by the Cadillac Ranch near in Amarillo, and I still want to do this, and I still threw down. I don't know if Redbeard, are you doing this or not? We're gonna stop at the Texan Steakhouse, where they have the big the challenge to eat the 72-ounce steak dinner in 1 hour.
I saw that. That sounds like somebody's got to do it. I may sit there and eat rolls and drink water and watch the hilariousness unfold.
That's not going to be a comfortable car ride after that.
I think whoever's courageous enough to volunteer to do it, we should all chip in to pay for it in case they puke or something halfway through.
Oh my gosh.
We are going to stop by Roswell to buy some alien stuff or alien mask. I don't know. Zombies and aliens. That still might come into the show at the end. We don't know.
I saw you had 2 hours dedicated to that. You really, If you're just stopping to get alien stuff, I think you probably only need about 30 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, it's all kind of guesstimating. I wasn't sure what else is there. I'm sure they have some weird alien shops or something.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's been a while since I was there, though.
It's just that town is just like it's just like Salem here in Massachusetts. I mean, a few dead witches was the best thing to ever happen to that town. Halloween, they're just making so much cash from tourism, and you just go there. It's just witch stuff everywhere. Witch museums, witch T-shirts, witch masks, witch hats, you name it. Graveyard tours.
Yeah, I think Roswell's got like alien street lamps and things like that.
Yeah. Then we are going to stop by in Albuquerque. Adrian was kind enough to let us sleep at his place that night, so we got a place to sleep that night, and we're going to go to the Grand Canyon the following day. We're going to camp out the Grand Canyon right on the south rim. That should be fun.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh yeah,
awesome.
that's beautiful.
Never actually seen that place. Have you been there before?
I have not.
Yeah, I have. I was telling Redbeard, it's gonna blow him away. It's amazing. I mean, the pictures, even flying over doesn't do it justice. But once you're standing there, a few feet from the edge and just looking at this massive canyon in front of you, 180 degrees or more, it's beautiful.
Then it's Friday. We'll be heading into the Fort Irwin area. I don't know how much there is to see there. Probably not a lot, but we'll stop. We got to pass by it anyway.
Are you going to look for any nurses?
Any what?
Nurses?
Oh, nurses? Like Nurse Britt? See if she's right out there? Yeah, we might.
Make sure you have a Geiger counter with you.
Yeah, right. And then Friday night we have that fan meetup. Don't forget about that.
Oh yes.
I've been working so much the last 2 months. I haven't been able to keep up with your podcast. But I don't know how much you advertise that.
Yeah, I need to put something else out about it because Marv put interest in. He's had interest in coming to that.
Awesome. Really? I know because Otto said that he was coming.
Yeah.
And Kevin Flood said he wanted to come by too.
Oh, incredible.
So I think Zintern Ray said he wanted to come by a while ago. I don't know if he's still planning on it, but that would be great. I mean, we can pretty much have a impromptu fan-led grassroots kind of gathering the night before the finale, and then go to the finale on Saturday night. Am I still in there? There we go.
Yeah, there you are.
Okay.
Well, that sounds incredible.
Should be a lot of fun, except for the ride back. The ride back, just marathon driving and a lot of suffering.
The show ended? I know, that's going to be a lot of suffering.
Y'all are right.
Yeah.
And y'all are hoping to get in there about Monday sometime? Get back in Little Rock, I guess? I'm not sure.
I don't know. Ask Todd. I'm not exactly sure how long it's going to take us, but boy, it's not going to be a whole lot of fun to drive back.
Oh, no.
We're going to feel like zombies by the time we finally unload out of that car.
All right, looks like Todd's been brought onto the broadcast. You can unmute whenever you'd like. He's giving me that cold death stare. Don't do that.
He looks just like his picture.
Was I completely off base with his unsettling pictures?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh no.
I'd trust that guy with anything.
Good morning, Todd.
Yeah, morning. I'm not a morning person. Just putting that out there.
Oh boy, I'm sure it's going to be an interesting convoy. It's a good thing I'm not there because some mornings I'm a morning person, and I think that gets annoying to some people. So this wasn't quite one of those mornings. I woke up and was like, oh.
So luckily, I woke up early so I could work on other things and wake up before this.
So in the morning, are you like a peg person? or something.
I wouldn't put him being that worse.
Yeah.
That's bad. That's real bad.
Me? Me.
Oh.
Oh, because I don't know. Maybe I probably really used to be like
Okay.
just overly optimistic, energetic. Hello, world! Oh my gosh, it's a beautiful day. The sun is so bright. It's so pretty.
I've been camping with Mick. It doesn't come across like that. I've never wanted to punch him in the face.
Oh no. That's normally tired and just trying to wake up. Especially after having to check on you all night on Dare to Survive.
Oh my god, that was awesome. It was miserable, but it was awesome.
Right. Yeah. Let's see where. So Todd, I was curious to know when y'all are gonna make it back to Little Rock after the convoy, because he said it's gonna be marathon driving.
Yeah, I'll admit the return trip is gonna suck, to put it simply. It's looking like probably about about noon on the following Monday. So,
Oh. Is
yeah.
that for you to get home?
Well, what we had to do with the rental, most rental companies they do literally everything they can to get your money. So, so with who we're going through, we had to set the date and time. Like, we picked the car up on Monday at 7 p.m. If we didn't return the car at Monday on 7 p.m., we have an additional fee on top of, all the other fees they have us paying. But that was pretty much the best case scenario as far as returning. So us leaving out of LA at 2 o'clock in the afternoon has us back about 7 p.m. in my area. So, yeah, it's not going to be fun, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that sounds rough. What kind of y'all getting, like a big comfy van or SUV with lots of seating, or what?
Well, considering there's 6 of us going on the trip, by the time you include all the camping gear and everybody's miscellaneous travel items, renting like a big 7-person SUV, we'd be cramped, like very cramped for the trip. So I went with a Ford Fusion car, seats 4, nice big trunk. Yeah. And then taking my personal little SUV. So it made the most sense.
Oh yeah, okay. But you're putting one on me there with the old Ford Fusion 6 people.
No.
I'll be in the trunk with the trunk cam.
Yeah. You'll be the little one with your beard flying behind you.
Wow, the car would have a tail.
Yes, it would. And a mustache.
Yeah.
So Redbeard, are you going to do a roadcast at all?
Oh yeah, as much as possible.
We have the capability to do that.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I'll have a MiFi card with me, and then I'll have my phone and.
Yeah, and actually, right now I am streaming over my mobile Wi-Fi that'll be in the Blazer. So.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So obviously, it's gonna work. As long as we have 4G, we will be on every night.
Which carrier will you have, Todd?
I have AT&T.
Oh, that's perfect. So AT&T, Redbeard's got Verizon, right?
Yeah. So we've got double coverage.
Good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Let me pull up a document here. I had a question or two that I was going to ask Daily for Redbeard and you guys. But maybe we can brainstorm a couple of those. What would be some interesting questions for like daily check-ins?
Are they still living?
Have you had enough fiber in your diet?
I'll answer that now. No.
Nope. You bring the vegetable medley? Oh, there's some spinach. Delicious.
Oh, the vegetable medley. I need to pull up one of those videos and throw up here.
I think no, we don't actually have the one of the big shocker surprise explosion.
No, I think we stopped filming when it exploded.
Yeah, that was terrible.
When it exploded. What did I miss?
There's these cans of mixed vegetables called vegetable medley. We buy
Okay.
the cheapest one possible, and you put it in the fire. And by the time it builds up pressure and explodes, like there's the 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 actual vegetables in it turn into a mist.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, we slow cooked that one too because the fire wasn't quite real hot and we were packing up camp, and so it sat there and just built up pressure slowly cooking those vegetables inside, and then all of a sudden it blew up and it threw a tree limb like 10 feet. I mean, it was ridiculous. It was kind of like what it looks like in the films when a IED or a bomb goes off nearby, or Saving Private Ryan. I just
Okay.
remember looking around, trying to, seeing if Redbeard was okay, seeing if this other guy will never take camping again was okay.
Oh, he was terrible. He was the worst.
Just kind of walking around dazed. What's the world?
There are easier ways to steam vegetables, you know that.
Yeah, but there's no easier way to cover all your camping gear with it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Nice thin.
Oh, yeah. I didn't find a solid piece of vegetable anywhere.
Imagine that works with all canned food, and don't try this at home. We're not
So your
professionals.
version of Skittle juice, right?
Yeah.
Covered it everywhere.
Yeah, they should have just done that.
Oh boy. It's good to hear you guys already have the convoy planned out, or the trip. Man, I am so sad that I'm gonna be missing it, and then I have to wait for the finale. Just wait and wait and wait. I'm doing the buy-in, but you guys better not spoil it.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, we'll spoil it, especially for Mick. I mean, he's gonna-
We'll just call up Mick and tell him everything that happened.
just one phrase that ruins the entire ending.
And Pegs was still alive.
At the very end, you see a pad and there's paper writing and it says the end, and then whenever he looks up, it's the guy from Lost in an airplane, and all of a sudden the airplane
Oh
starts to go to crap.
god. It won't be that.
Speaking of, I don't think Megan is listening, but she's the one that's asked a couple times what Jim Gleason thought of Lost, and he said he wasn't. He said he wasn't thrilled about the ending, wasn't very creative, but he said he enjoyed the ride, something along those lines.
I can agree with that. I had a blast with the show when it was still on. Doing all the math behind it and everything else, trying to figure out what time it was on the island.
Well, Casey's in trouble now because he has gone on record several times about how much he hated the ending to Lost. And now here we are at the ending of We're Alive, and the pressure's on, man. If he chokes on the ending, then he's going to be about it.
What did you guys watch? Your bandwidth went to crap. Did you guys watch?
Knocking him out remotely.
You glitched out at the end. Your bandwidth went to crap, and you started lagging.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, this has been it's been a little glitchy here. Sorry.
Oh, no worries.
Let me try to adjust it.
Did you guys watch Fringe?
Yes.
Fringe? No.
Yeah. Well, that was another J.J. Abrams project, and I thought for sure the ending would be another Lost ending, but it turned out okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I still have yet to watch that. I'm looking forward to writing that one.
That
Yeah.
was my replacement as far as TV goes for Lost, was Fringe.
Yeah, same here.
Loved that show.
Yeah.
It was great.
I don't think it's on Netflix. The last two shows I finished was Battleship Galactica and Firefly, but that doesn't really count because it was like one season. Watch the movie.
Yeah, I've got to see that one too. That's another one of those really good ones I hear about.
Yeah, so I think I'm all caught up on. Oh no, I still haven't seen Lost. Actually, never seen Lost, and it's in I think probably 2 episodes. And I don't know what else to. Yeah, the only other show that I'm waiting for is more Sherlock.
Ah,
Hmm.
I hadn't watched that one yet either. Have you guys watched The Return, that French series?
No, actually,
It's
that's
it's
Oh,
kind of zombie-esque. It's different. It's a whole other take on zombies, but
yeah, it's really, really good, regardless of the actual appearance or not appearance of zombies.
yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. It's on Netflix, isn't it?
Yeah, and
okay.
it's addicting.
All right, I'll take a look at it. I haven't. Yeah, there's not that many zombie things coming out on TV.
And the soundtrack is, I mean, one of the best ones out there on television as far as fitting the show.
Oh, you know that I just remembered something I'm going to bring with me on the convoy, and that's the uncensored bird episode.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to witness that.
so, so you'll have at least 18 hours covered.
No. No.
Wait. What came out? That was the censored version? Seriously?
Oh yeah.
Oh, no way they're going to be able to edit this. Hold the beep button and just hold it down the entire time. Beep.
So what it was in places. Yeah, there was like a 6-second long bleep, and there was none of that we could have unbleeped.
Wow. Priceless. Oh,
That guy's crazy.
he's a great guy.
So I actually didn't listen to the last episode. I purposely said I'm not going to listen to it because I do not want to walk on anybody's theories. So anything new or any new thoughts at the end of the last episode?
Oh. Yeah, we made some predictions at the end of this waiting for the end episode. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, maybe okay. I know the prediction. Were any good prediction coming out from the American invasion podcast?
Oh. Yes, let me just see. Gotta pull up my notes. I don't know. You know what? I have to go back and listen to it. I don't think I've made any notes from the actual show itself after it aired.
Okay.
There was a lot talked about.
Yeah, I could guess. That's a lot of action. It's like I was sitting through the episode, I'm like, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, let's talk Dunbar. Who do we think's gonna make it out of there besides Kelly? Because, or I guess you could say she could die too, but there has been a journal entry at least from her.
I'm saying at least the two red shirts that Scratch brought they're biting it.
Yeah, what are their names again?
Strings and Hammer.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
trying laces, boots, something. Yeah, but they're rare shirts. I think probably the guy who was with Pete probably will live. I don't think he got brought in.
Max.
Max.
Yeah, Max was shot, but he's still alive. At this
Yeah,
point.
because he's still he was giving advice to Scratch, who apparently did she blow it up, the door open, or did she just run a car through it?
They ran a car through it, I think.
Well,
Casey
Casey did clarify it. I forget what he said though. Let me look here. I'll go back to we do have some corrections he tweeted out.
Those were explosions.
Yeah, I
Okay.
thought it was a pipe bomb or something, because didn't they see them running away from the entrance right before the explosion?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think that's what Casey alluded to too.
Okay, so they blew up the open and then took out the generator. I think next, right?
No, they cut the cables.
They cut the cables. Okay, yeah, because I was thinking in the back of my head maybe CJ has this place set up like Doom's castle in Latveria, like all these security defenses come down.
Yeah, the other thing I couldn't remember, Casey clarified it too, but I was wondering if they had made it to the minigun before people in Dunbar could get to the minigun.
They made it to the. It sounds like they made it to the minigun because
Definitely made it to the minigun.
yeah, because it was set up to protect the door if any zombies came in. But it makes sense that they made it to it before because somebody would just have to run down the stairs and get to it. So it had to be either in some way proximity to the door.
Man, that just sucks.
I think it doesn't suck too much because there has to be a lot of actually I asked Casey later. I'm like, is there the armory get moved? And he said, yeah, there is weapons there. So I'm thinking just throw down a grenade or something, but I don't know if that's structural or sound advice inside a building.
Oof.
What they needed to do is rig the minigun up with a triggering mechanism, like booby trap the thing, so it would actually go off when someone opens the door, not just sit there.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was going with it. I'm waiting to see what CJ has rigged up because she's.
But wouldn't it need electricity? So even if she did have something, it would have gone down when the lines were cut?
Well, maybe.
I just expect her to have something rigged up because she's sneaky like that.
I got it to the point that she probably has a grenade stick in her prosthetic leg, just in case.
No, but to have the place rigged, I mean, it already got overrun once, right?
Right.
Supposedly the master planner, you think that she'd make contingencies if that ever happened again, you know, how to prevent the whole place from getting overrun.
Yeah.
That's where I was left.
Yeah, but it's just zombies and people are two different things. People can actually plan and do things that you can't expect. Like, I think the minigun was down there for the main purpose to stop an overrun ever come back in.
Because Inc. knew where it was, and they
Right.
were evading the tunnels, and...
Yeah, but
Okay.
yeah, if they came through the front door, that minigun would have just torn right. I don't even care if Inc. came in; he's not going to be jumping away from a minigun. I don't think they would have been something the zombies would expect, but apparently Max had a lot of information about Dunbar, so.
Ah,
Very nice. What about Hope or Nick? We think that maybe they have a soft spot in Scratch's heart.
Nick probably. Hope, I think, should just go to the roof and hide with the chickens.
Nothing up here but us chickens.
Yeah. And the cats, which I don't know where are.
They're on Victor's bed. They're on Victor's bed using it as a toilet right now.
I know. Poor Victor. He's
You know, it
been
really
gone.
suck if Hope has to jump from the balcony and she goes blind again.
Oh.
no, it'll completely fix it.
Yep, it fixes everything.
She's blind, but then goes deaf on top of it.
And then after the credits, you hear Scratch dragging away Hope.
Oh.
She's still alive, right here with the old one.
Dark ending.
Dark ending. So let's see.
It's gonna be 70 minutes for the finale. Didn't he say that somewhere, Casey?
What was
It's
it?
more than an hour, I thought.
It was
Okay.
the time they last posted on Twitter was like 65 minutes.
Okay, because I was looking at the screenshot he showed, and it was like 45 minutes for some reason, but it must be longer.
Yeah, that's what I thought when he showed his Pro Tools. I was like, that's not an hour.
I know.
There's still a lot that has to happen. I mean,
Oh, yeah. There is.
Oh,
Bert has to kill Scratch. Bert's got to kill Ink. Bert's got to kill Randy.
He's got a lot of work to do.
I mean, he's got a lot of work to do in just one episode.
He's got to successfully ride a zip line from one building to another.
That's right. With one hand.
what is he, Dirty Harry? He's just gonna do this all in one afternoon. It's like.
Michael, Saul, and Vic come out of the hole, and everything's done.
I can demand realism of every character except for Bert. Bert, I just wanted to be a straight-up superhero.
That's kind of the way I see Riley, just with her pinpoint accuracy with that bow and arrow, and her deadly silence.
See, okay, as of 2 days ago, it's 68 minutes and 32 seconds.
Okay, so from the 45, he added the musical parts.
Yeah, right.
And the Victor theme music that we've been waiting for. So, okay. Now we got it. Have you noticed that the groups have been divided? The guys have ink, the ladies have scratch, and
And the colonists are sitting pretty at Lake Matthews.
yeah. Because I just noticed the ladies are squaring off with their main nemesis, and the guys are squaring off with their main nemesis. And the only guy at Dunbar is currently not useful right now. Broke his leg again.
Is that what happened? I wasn't clear from the sound of it. It sounded like he tried to get up and fell off the bed or something.
Yeah, he fell right back. Yeah, he's like, give me a gun, give me a gun. He tried to reach for one and probably just fell right off. Going, really?
Sound like you fell on some celery.
Oh, celery? Oh. So, yeah, that was just... So, it's just... So, I'm trying to think. So, we're thinking that... Alright, so there's no power, right? Minigun has been taken over. What else could they have as a defense?
They who was it pointed out? Said that the armory is still there.
The armory is still there. So, what do you think can stop probably the minigun? That's my question.
Grenade.
Grenade? Just grenade?
Yeah, roll it down the stairs at him. I don't think Scratch is going out that easy, though.
Okay.
Some chained up zombies.
Michonne style?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, spoilers.
Oh. Andrew says fire somehow.
Flamethrower? Oh, oxygen tank. That worked last time. But I know that CJ has to have some holes looking down so she will know exactly where they are. She is nifty with the drill and sealants.
If not in the lobby, at least in the bathroom.
Good grief.
Hey, let's bring in what I think is our first UK entry.
Oh, finally!
Hold on one second. And Cam, whenever we bring you in, you'll have to unmute your mic whenever you're ready, if you are ready.
Hello there.
Hey, Cam, what's up?
Hello there. How are you guys doing?
Doing good.
Good.
You are in the UK, correct?
Yes, I'm a UK.
And also, I think you have I'm not sure how to say it, but I think you were the first to buy the uncensored Bert interview, correct?
Yeah, I think so. I was after that. As soon as I heard the original release, I couldn't wait to get the uncensored version.
What'd you think about it?
Oh, it's fantastic. I think I listened to it about 5 or 6 times now.
Thanks for supporting the show, Cam.
I thought the least I could do with all the amount of efforts that you guys put into the show, it's the least I could do, really.
Well, thank you.
Very cool.
Have you been following along with our talk so far? Do you have any thoughts?
I've only just joined, so what have you been talking about?
Theories for how it's going to play out at Dunbar.
How it's going to break loose. And anything goes. It's going to be last episode, last chapter, and I think it's going to be no holds barred. Anything goes.
Oh yeah, it definitely could be just everybody gone. I hope not, though. I'm looking for a couple different scratch showdowns in this final show.
Yeah, but I have no idea which way that Casey's going to go with this, and I'm preparing myself for the worst. So I have to just prepare myself for a complete bloodbath.
Very good, very good. What where were y'all? I actually went to go get some more coffee real quick. Where were we? It's like Arby's. He might have went and got some coffee himself. Were we done with Dunbar? You think we need to move down to the tunnels?
Actually, I was thinking, is Bert and Riley gonna just get there? Like, are they gonna just ram the car right through the door and take out the laces and boots, and then go after Scratch, or are they gonna go to the tunnels?
Oh, I think they're gonna go to Dunbar.
Yeah, they have no idea what's happening at the tunnels. They have already been told by Waterboy Pete, that that Dunbar's in trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna. I can't wait to hear what kind of movie lines Bert's gonna drop in this final. You know, live or die. You know, Bert is gonna get some kind of great hero's ending.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't see Bert walking away from this encounter. I think here's his last stand.
Yeah, me neither. Unfortunately, he's so popular though. He could carry a whole different show by himself.
Yes, that's right. I can't wait to hear the prequel story, his background story.
Yeah, wartime.
No, it's not gonna be the Terminator thumbs up ending as Bert slowly descends into the lava.
Yes. Which left me talking about how the many ways he could possibly return with all my friends back then.
Yeah, he's gonna have the "I'll be back" line somewhere.
That would be perfect. He's going down into the tunnel, turns around and tells Riley that.
I'll be back.
So when they come back from the firehouse, I assume they're at, are they going to have to pass through the area where the tunnels is first, or are they going to pass by Dunbar?
I don't even think they're at the main house. I think they were just coming out of the cabin. They just emptied it out with weapons, so they'll have a weapon cache with them.
Well, on the last episode, they were making phone calls from like a safe house or the fire station.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
They
they didn't
would've-
make a safe. Go ahead. Sorry.
They
Yeah,
would
we're
have
going
had
to
to.
see Bert's truck. That's been mentioned a couple times. We haven't actually seen his big bad truck that he's been working on.
Ah, true. Yes.
Oh, perfect.
What are you complaining about?
What's that thing called when they have when they show all the weapons and it has to happen during the movie?
Chekhov's gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chekhov's zombie mobile. We had Chekhov's robot screw up yesterday, but oh man, if it really is Chekhov's robot, that's going to be a letdown. So maybe they will find a way to stick a blasting cap into it and make it go off.
Yeah. You're talking about the tunnel?
Oh, I was talking about Cody. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm thinking, I'm like, the scenario is going to probably be is like, hey, Victor, you still have Kelly. Saul, you still have your baby. I have, I'm going to go blow it up. He gets down.
Right. Okay, so Bert and Riley, my notes during that, Bert, the generators were on,
Right.
and Riley asks if he's sure, because she knows they'll try to convince her to stay. Oh, asks if she's sure to go visit them, because he was going to go at least say hi and bye.
He'll do all the talking. I think that was his last
Right.
line.
So I'm guessing that was, I think it's the fire station, but I don't know how we know for sure.
Okay. All I know is there are guns a-blazing in that vehicle right now, and they're heading down.
Right.
I was under the impression that they were coming out from the cabin, and they stopped off at maybe like a safe house somewhere. And that's when I had this conversation about what to do next. Riley was saying to shoot off, to go on their own, and
Yeah.
they wanted to go and call back. So they found the safe house.
I'm guessing it probably was a safe house because we never heard dog.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he was-
Yeah, dog the goat.
We're going to have a flashback, 15 minutes of just dogs just standing there.
Beating away, where are they?
Somebody clean off my haystack.
Please. But then I think they're already in the truck. Then wasn't it the truck that we're using to have who was it? Oh, great, now I forgot his name.
Tardust.
To run from?
Yes. I don't know. I don't know if that was the truck. It was a truck.
Yeah, when they were talking about it, I thought it was another truck they had, but it might be the one they're driving.
Okay. He left the Batmobile at home.
Todd's
Okay.
bringing his Batmobile on the convoy.
It's the beer mobile.
You should see that thing. It looks pretty awesome.
Eh.
It's all subdued in color and dropped.
Yeah, it's not really apocalypse friendly, but it's certainly road trip friendly. So
What are you talking about? In Walking Dead, they all have new Hyundais. They're not apocalypse friendly.
let's not get me started on that.
Yeah, I think that is a Hollywood apocalypse.
Yep.
All the vehicles have infinite fuel.
Right. We spoil Casey the week before he can watch Walking Dead.
Oh,
Has Casey said he's ever going to catch up on Walking Dead?
He said after this We're Alive series is over.
Ah, right. I would like to hear his thoughts about the TV show.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I don't know if it would, because just as how much he goes off on Lost, and that's like, if you want to get him fired up, start talking about Lost. I feel like if you get him going on Walking Dead, that'll replace Lost.
If you take Walking Dead as serious as Lost, then yeah, probably. But I don't know. I really did enjoy this last season, though. It seemed like it's under some good new direction.
I would agree. And the thing with Walking Dead is you have to keep in mind what kind of source material it's coming from. So, I mean, that's to be expected.
you also have to look at somebody. I remember I was listening to another podcast. Is you also want to look at who the writer is for that show and who's the director, because they'll tell you whether it's going to be an A+ or a D-.
Yeah.
Because if you notice, the good episodes are always going to be the same crew who have a very good idea. Like,
Well,
Yeah. I like.
This
Well,
last
I do
season-
like. This. Okay, go ahead.
The last season of We're Alive, starting out with how they did the flashbacks, was pretty incredible. And I'll leave it at that, so there's no spoilers.
That was impressive because I was racking my brain who the snitch was going to be, and when he came up as Kalani, it was just a click. It was like, oh my god, of course it was.
But I do agree that Casey probably will show some frustration with Walking Dead once he sees it.
If he tries to take it serious,
I don't know about KC, but I was pulling my hair out with Walking Dead. I hated that Andrea. I was waiting for her to die the whole season 3. Come on. You guys hate pegs, but bloody hell, how... I'm going to keep it friendly, okay?
there has to be that one character. One character.
Just one character.
Poor Pegs. I don't know why we don't like her that much.
Poor Pegs.
Doofus Monkey tweets out, Michael is going to drop Pegs like a bad habit as soon as the helicopter fuel is gone. Who is singing "Baby Come Back to Me" if they find some more fuel?
Oh boy.
Damn. Oh, man. Now that song's stuck in my head.
Oh, besides it, the famous "All right" that I was saying for the entire week after I heard that.
Speaking of, hey Redbeard, did you get my message last night about the reconnaissance?
I did. I got it this morning. I messaged you back about it. That's so ridiculous.
It's a phenomenon that I'm not the only one that noticed. I didn't used to like his movies, and all of a sudden, everything he's in is good lately.
There's only one movie that he's acceptable in.
Yeah, what's that?
That's the oh man, I just brain dumped. It's the one where it's got the high school students. It's
I'm watching Mud right now. We watched the first half of it last night.
What is it called?
Dazed
Come
and
on, help me
Confused.
out here. Yeah,
Is it
no,
Mud?
no. It's old Matthew McConaughey.
Well, if you haven't
Dazed and
seen Mud,
Confused.
yeah, well, Dazed
Oh,
and
is
Confused, Todd's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen that one. See what you did, Alberto?
What? Not my fault.
Yeah, Dazed and Confused was the only thing he's been in that I enjoyed.
Well, Todd's bringing True Detective, so.
Yeah, we'll test you out on that.
Hey Todd, I showed my wife the Yellow King video.
Oh yeah.
And I just threw it on the TV while she's walking in and out of the room. She was like, I never saw that guy. They superimposed this guy because there's talk about a Yellow King early on, and they superimpose a guy dressed up like a Burger King Yellow King with a scepter and everything in the background of a bunch of key shows, or a bunch of key things, like even at the crime scene or at where they work at the police station. It's like, I'm beginning to think this could be the Yellow King they're talking about.
Oh boy, they're doing that. Apparently, if you watch Sherlock, you can see little things of the TARDIS in the background.
Oh,
Because
beautiful.
Yeah, I think the producer is also works on the Doctor Who series. So behind Sherlock Holmes, you will see or there was like one main scene where you're looking at all these dots and stuff being connected, and then you see the TARDIS in the corner.
Huh. Cam, as our UK representative, can you confirm?
Yes, I can definitely confirm. The same people who make Sherlock Holmes as Doctor Who. I forget their names at the moment, but yes, they're the same people.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name of the Doctor Who guy either. The main one that started it back up. Was it
Yeah.
him?
Yes, it was that guy. Yes, I forget his name as well.
Yeah.
And one of the lead writers for Doctor Who, he writes all the Sherlock Holmes stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a nice facts about it because also the woman who plays Sherlock's mother, I think it's actually his mother, and she's been in Doctor Who. She's been in like probably 3 episodes.
I've not seen season 3 of Sherlock, so I had to catch up on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stephen Moffat. I had to Google it. Is that him?
That's him. Yeah, Stephen Moffat. That's the one. And one of the writers is Mark Gatiss, and he plays Sherlock's brother.
Minecraft.
Very cool. Very cool.
Okay.
So,
So back to the story.
Right. Sorry about that.
That's
Back to the story.
That's a
Yes.
bit of a tangent.
So the True Detective. Oh, the other one. Sorry about that.
So the TARDIS appears in the Dunbar, and
Yeah.
the
And whisk
doctors.
them all away. Yeah. Save them all from
Doctor-
scratch.
Yeah.
That'd be great. A fan edit where you can hear the TARDIS in the background before or after the explosion at the beginning of We're Alive.
Scratch is actually part of an alien race trying to invade the world.
Well, actually, Mick, can you hear
Yes,
me, Mick?
sir.
I've got to go now because I got to continue. I'm almost done with our script. That's one other thing that we're doing on this convoy trip. We are making a little fan audio podcast thing.
Oh, awesome.
And
nice.
it's basically, I set it up as a short little prequel to the regular We're Alive story. So it takes place just before and leading up to May 8th, 2009. And it's a group of travelers just coming into LA to a zombie convention when incidentally the real zombie apocalypse breaks out.
Oh, wow.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome.
We're a group of red shirts, and there's a lot of references to the regular story. It actually features the actual We're Alive music and some sound effects.
Huh.
So yeah,
That's gonna be awesome.
you'll hear zombie calls in there and stuff like that. It's
Oh, I can't wait to hear it.
You have
it's
to let
gonna
us know when we get it.
It's going to be called "We're Not Alive for Very Long." That pretty much tells you what's going to happen to the group, but yeah.
Oh, that's priceless.
So I'm almost done with the script. I'm just going to put the finishing touches on it. But all right, have a nice day, guys, and bye everybody across the pond.
So where can we find it after you've done?
What's that?
Where can we find it after you finished it?
Well, Casey said he would link it right on the regular forum,
Right.
and probably Facebook and stuff. Well, you know, Mick and Redbeard, I'll give you make sure you have a copy of it if you want to promote it. It's mostly going to be a bunch of inside jokes anyway, so I don't know how applicable it's going to be.
Anybody from the crew?
Hasn't seen Where Labs is going to know what the heck we're talking about.
Okay.
So form references too?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And did you get anybody from the cast to do anything?
There may be a cameo from some actual cast members, too, depending on how drunk I can get them.
Okay. An insurance salesman.
Plans for that. All right, guys, have a good day.
You too,
All
Sam.
right.
Yeah.
See ya.
That's perfect.
Oh boy.
And then there was 6.
Yes. Okay, so we've talked a little bit of Bert, a little bit of Dunbar.
Hmm.
Any more comments or thoughts about the tunnel and ink and the new creation?
I don't think we're going to see the new creation. We're probably just the voices is probably the last time we're going to hear them. I don't think they're going to make it out of the tunnels.
What? You were just talking about Chekhov's gun. You think we're not going to see it?
But all they have is the Victor's. Victor's probably going to tear him up with the Mata gun.
No, I think the opposite. I think he's in a big boss fight. It's going to be with the new monster, the new zombie.
Definitely. It has to somehow reach that level of excitement with the helicopter fight at the beginning of the season,
Oh,
which to me is probably the best action sequence that's been in the show that I can remember.
Okay.
yeah.
Or at least the most fun, because they were never in really any real danger. So it was just kind of fun.
I'm still thinking that Michael's going to die in the tunnel.
I think Michael's going to bite it too.
Yeah, that's got to happen.
Yeah, he's dead.
But he's
See
going
you, Mike. See you, Michael.
he's going to go out with a big explosion. Let's say that.
Wow. I'm the odd man out here then.
Is what's your thoughts on it?
See, Casey went in and said 20% of the people aren't going to like the ending. So I'm thinking everything we're sitting here talking about is not going to happen. I'm almost betting he sends Saul and Vic out and goes in and has the sit down with the glass of whiskey.
Oh.
Yeah, because okay, pretty much my final prediction would be truce, and that's where it's going to go.
Interesting.
That would be
an interesting take. I could see Casey pulling something like that.
Yeah. Now, if you want to really put it all into perspective, Michael sends Vic and Saul out. They leave the tunnels. They don't know what's going on. Michael has the sit down with the truce, but then everybody at Dunbar dies, leaving Michael the only one left alive. And he's made a truce with the zombies, and they don't mess with him.
Yeah, but what's he got to offer though?
I'm sorry?
What has Michael got to offer Inc. and the rest of the zombies?
Did he leave him alone?
Yeah. There's really, if you look at the way he has it set up, that's all they want. They just want to be left alone at this point. If you look at their tunneling system and how they're growing their own food now, they don't necessarily need human flesh to survive. So lack of retaliation on both sides is a fair enough truce.
Holy crap.
I re-listened to that the podcast when they were saying they were, picking up harvesting mushrooms or whatever, and I don't see that being the complete food source. I think that's just a treat or something like that. I think they still need humans, or they still need.
Well, there's not that many around anymore. They haven't picked off any of the survivors we're familiar with in quite a while.
Yeah, and the ones we're familiar with are pretty much what's left. So at some
Yeah.
point, look at it this way. What the biters have going on in the tunnels is essentially what us as humans would have going on in, say, nuclear holocaust.
Yeah.
You know, you have to figure out a way to continue on, and that's what they've done. You know, it's kind of a really cool thought experiment when you think of it that way.
Yeah,
That'd be interesting. Yeah.
all good theories. Anybody else think?
I think he has a sit down, but our favorite red beer decides to break up the party and said, "You should have done this a long time," and blows the C4.
Yeah.
Randy,
Everything up.
yeah, Randy says, "Michael, you should have done this before when I told you to."
Oh,
Randy comes up and kills Michael.
No, kills everybody.
Kills
blows
everybody.
C4. He was a combat engineer, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got some blasting caps on him.
I don't know, man. That I'm almost 80% convinced that what Todd said is going to happen now. Thank you.
I sell things really well.
Yeah.
But I had a weird theory, towards the start of season 4.
Yeah.
Because I was expecting Ink and Randy to be like completely different sides. I don't know who was who, but I think it was actually Randy who was the mastermind of the zombies, and Ink was trying to stop the zombies somehow. I have no idea how, because he's the one creating all the little ones and all the behemoths. But I had somewhere in Casey's warped imagination that actually Ink was a good guy on their side, and he was trying to find a way to try and end the zombies or try and create a truce between the humans.
Yeah. But we know that Ink is definitely not on our side because he was the one who opened the door at the colony.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So
but the only problem.
Yeah, he's opened the doors. He's the one who attacked Dunbar initially, and he's the one who came in and did the whole Paul scene. So
Yeah.
I couldn't understand how it was going to work. Well, I thought it was all pointing towards him being the big bad guy. But wouldn't it be interesting if he turned around that he was trying to help the humans, or he's trying to communicate with the humans in some way?
Yeah.
Well, I've no idea. I've no idea how that's going to work out.
Yeah. Because in my mind, all Ink is thinking is, I need to survive, and that's it. That's all he wants. And the only wrench I see, a monkey wrench in is I see Randy. Randy has been the one that keeps either screwing up the missions, or he lets other people live when they shouldn't.
Well, our other UK visitor here, who's in chat but doesn't have a mic, says he thinks that Michael's going to sacrifice himself for the greater good.
The greater good.
So I guess that's gonna leave Saul and CJ and Kelly and Victor to help rebuild civilization, repopulate, and everything.
All I'm saying is Victor has survived a little one attack, has survived all the most of the missions, and every death wish that Michael's had against him on these.
And maybe the most important thing for survival, he's with Saul, so he's all good.
He knows how to choose his friends well.
Yeah, but I don't know about Saul. Saul's the weird one. He just keeps getting injured. He's a big crybaby too. But what do you think is going to happen to Saul?
I think he's going to walk off the big happy daddy and forgive his mum. That's got to be the story arc for the show.
Yeah, I think he did kind of forgive his mom though.
Yeah.
At the end, because he was mentioning something about Bert and Riley being gone, and he said something around it. They just take a while. Maybe it just takes some time, huh, Mama? Kind of saying, yeah, I just needed some time, and we're good now.
Okay, so he has closure, which is not a good thing for a story. So, okay. I don't know. It's just Saul is like a 50-50. It can go either way. Victor, I'm almost 75% sure that he'll probably make it out and defy the curse of the Mata gun.
That's right.
Oh, that's
I
hard.
should have left it with Pete.
Well, then he would have died for sure. It's surprising that he's still alive, and Pete is the only one that we'll know for certain won't die because he's not anywhere near any of the areas.
Hey, come on, it's Greg Miller. He defeated cancer.
So this is all his plan: have them fight amongst each other, and then go back to his water business.
Hey, Greg Miller isn't that clever.
Ouch.
Miss Hill from chat, who's on her phone and enjoying the show with us, she says, I still think the final show may be a maybe a showdown between Scratch and Ink, a battle of who is more evil, human or zombie. And also, she continues, I really hope that people out of state don't swoop in and save everyone. I could cope with the people who went off to the other locations coming back to help, but not some out of state or government, etc. type thing. And also, let's not forget Puck. Ink left one second. Ink left him alive too when he would have been easy to take down. Was that just to get the story back because it happened over the radio or what? I don't know. Good stuff. Yeah, we can't forget about Puck. Hopefully he does get a gun. He gets
finally.
He's
Beast.
got a leg though, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, he's just laying in bed with the gun propped up, aimed at the door.
Or is he gonna get like morphine so he can dull the pain for temporarily to fight? Or is he too out of it? You think?
Well, unless the zombies come in and walk in, one by one through the door, and let Puck shoot him. I don't see that happening really.
The only people coming up that door are going to be laces and boots, or what?
Yeah. Strings and hammer strings.
Okay, hammer string. Okay, there we go. They're red shirts. They don't get a name.
Oh, that was you were talking about them. The other people came with Scratch, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I listened to that again, and they said there's 3 people in the car.
You still have to remember Pete's friend. That's the other person.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. So there's 2 people. So one of them was Scratch. So that I only thought there was one other person who's on Scratch side.
No, Strings and hammer
And they have Max.
and Max.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to catch up on. Who's Strings and Hammer?
Two
Some other
Maulers.
Yeah.
Two,
Okay.
The only ones left with Scratch, I'm assuming. I don't think there's actually... All the Maulers probably scattered from the way Tardus spoke.
Mm-hmm.
And they're the only crazy ones to follow what Scratch wanted.
Oh, right, okay. Because I listened to the last FanCast, and you were talking about Strings and Hammer, but I couldn't figure out where they came from, or if they really were with Scratch, because I only counted Scratch, Max, and then one other person.
Yep. It was basically Tardus. We got all that background information once he left the group.
Right, okay. That's before he got shot.
Yep. Yes. Which actually, I like that she finally realized that she's becoming a monster. That was a good thing.
Yes, that was a very good, interesting part of the story. It made him, made her more human.
Right. She recognized it, and hopefully she's calling it into question, which is what it sounded like. So that's good.
Yeah, because she was going a very dark path, and that was the thing. I think I was hoping that she would finally notice that even though Tardus was a bad guy, he was still being honest with what he was saying to her.
Yeah, he's just a guy who's been caught in a bad situation, isn't he?
Yeah.
And I think, to show his human side, and that's what the story's doing, is showing how human people are and how people react in different situations.
Yeah. But Casey did say that some of it was lies, some of it was truth. It's us to decide which way is what. But for me, it's like most of the stuff that Tardus was saying was basically, this is me. I try to run away because I'm trying to run away from crazy people. You're the second group I met.
And you're crazy too.
Yeah, you're crazy too. So. Like, why am I gonna stick with you? You just had me run a marathon over here listening to whatever.
Yeah. I must admit, I was listening to his story, what he was saying, and I found him quite believable, a lot of things he was saying. So when Casey said that, some of his stuff were lies and that's what was to work out, I found it quite hard to pick out, what was truth and what was lies. But I thought it was all truth.
Right. Okay, do you guys have any final takes before we move on to the next segment of the show? Alberto?
Oh, I guess the tunnel?
Oh, no, well, we were going to move on and talk about some more convoy stuff. I've got some things I want to wrap up before we close out the show.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, Cam, you got anything, any more takes before we move on?
No, go ahead.
Todd? He may not be at the mic anymore, but and Redbeard, was there anything else you wanted to cover before we went on to the next thing?
No, I think it's a wait and see thing now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the only thing I had was just notes about the tunnel itself.
Oh yeah, what do you got?
Okay, you guys would probably know a little bit about this. I pulled up my notes before about the blood concrete idea. It actually makes even more sense going with what's called blood bricks, which is close to cob, which Cam might be familiar with that.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's basically dirt, sand, water.
it's mud, yeah. It's mixed with, I think they
straw.
Use straw, exactly. And I think they actually use some animal fat to make it harden. That's right.
Right. Well, if you remove the straw from there, with the straw being used as a binding agent, applying blood instead since it's a coagulant, the bricks set up just the same. So, I mean, that would be an option there. Another one is rammed earth, just like simple adobe buildings. Yeah, that's been around since humans have been around. So, and then looking into how ants actually make their tunnel. It's the same concept. It's just packed earth, and the tunnels are just built. We don't really get a definition of the scale of the size of the tunnels, but it could feasibly work, and people could do it. So that's about.
That sounds a lot reasonable because they have abundance of bodies that probably have died in the tunnel. So why not reuse the resources?
Right. Another thing I did notice is the biter's well actually a well? Because if you'll remember, they made note of, for the 4 months they've just been using the cameras, that they've seen lone wolves walking by with a water bottle or an empty cup or something like that. Could they not just feasibly be going around grabbing water and just dumping it in a hole for 4 months?
Well, it was dripping out of a wall down into a puddle or something like that. Was the way it was described. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure exactly what's going on. Might be some kind of natural spring. I don't know.
Yeah, I was under the impression.
I'm with you. That could be blood dripping out of the wall too.
Oh no, I just throwing that out as an option.
They have a nice orange juice human press in there, and the other side.
I thought it was interesting. They made a point to point out that they never hit the water table.
Yeah, that's true. Well, and that's another thing is, depending on how low they are, if they hit the water table, what's keeping that underground well at the same level, and not just filling up that chamber?
I don't know. California is probably the last place I would want to live underground, though.
Yeah, one earthquake would destroy that tunnel, right? And that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, the explosion, wouldn't it trigger an earthquake or a premature earthquake?
I think it would have to be pretty big.
Even if they're that close down? Oh, but you said they're not below the water level. Okay.
Well, they thought they should be, and that's what I was pointing out. So I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. If they're below the water level at their tunnel, then it's just going to fill the tunnel. You wouldn't have just a standard well, at least not that I'm aware of.
So do you guys think that the well was ever really working whenever they called CJ?
The well's probably working.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
They just got followed to the safe house,
The
probably.
pump, that is.
Yeah, there's no reason why they had the lie.
Yeah, I think they just got followed. They were probably paying attention, and Scratch has been watching Dunbar all this time, so she would have noticed that those two guys just.
Yeah, you mean the colony?
I'm at the colony, yes. So.
It's just interesting that they point out the well's working, and then that they haven't hit a water table while going into these tunnels as deep as it was, and they point out that the water running out of the wall inside the tunnel. I'm just wondering if that's going to lead up to something. It's a lot of details.
It's a lot of detail. Does anybody know how far a Cody thing can go before it loses signal?
It sounded like a block or two, maybe, but once you get underground, you got to be pretty close to it. I'm guessing. I don't know for sure.
So, okay. So, what's a block in Los Angeles term? How many feet are they?
Yeah, once we get there, I wouldn't be able to help you.
Okay.
Are you trying to determine the depth?
Yeah.
Very good. All right, Cam, did you know that we're moving to the next piece here. Cam, did you know that over here there's a convoy going and there's going to be people driving across to the United States to LA and picking up people along the way?
Yeah, I've heard about it. When does that start?
Tuesday.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah, it starts Tuesday. These guys have been organizing it for months now. It sounds really cool.
I've heard about it. I've seen you guys have mentioned it a few times, and I've seen it on the forum a few times, and yeah, I'm really jealous. If I was anywhere near there, it would be something I'd be taking part in.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna try to check in daily, maybe, while they're on this convoy, and I want to try to put together some questions to talk to them about. And so far, we've got. Do you have enough fiber in your diet? I want to ask. Because I'm gonna be back home still, so I'll be checking in with Redbeard and the convoy crew. I'm gonna ask, where did you guys wake up? Any funny stories this morning? I guess while they're making dinner or whatever. What's the funniest / craziest thing that happened today? What was the closest anyone came to death today? And where are you going to sleep tonight? Do you guys have anything else we should ask for kind of daily check-in type questions?
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Something like how many road kills have you had today?
How many road? We'll keep a running tally. Okay.
Yeah.
Points.
Oh, that would be very bad. I'm just saying that right now because my Blazer's about 2 inches off the ground, so any roadkill is very bad.
How many people are going to be in the convoy? Because you can ask, how do you find the podcast, and just have one person say, or I think that's the form question usually.
Yeah, actually, we're kind of planning on doing like a series of interviews with everyone on the trip.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll include like the basic personal information, getting to know who's on the trip, stuff like that. That will be covered on an individual basis.
Okay. Here's a question. Here's another question.
I'm sorry.
What's that?
I said, do you have any idea how many people is going to end up being in this convoy?
Leaving from my place, we have 5 people. Then we're picking up Redbeard in Little Rock. Albuquerque, we're meeting up with Adrian, HD, and a few people with him. I believe we're all leaving out of there at the same time, so include another 3 in a separate vehicle. At Fort Irwin, we're meeting up with another 4-member Cabbage Patch, and hopefully Deacon Tyler will join us right around there, and then everyone rolls into LA Friday evening.
So what's that about? About 20 people? About 20 people going, in the back leg?
Plus or minus, yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that sounds very cool.
Yeah, should be interesting.
When you guys stop off in the UK?
Next year.
I thought swimming across the English Channel was a big deal.
I know.
No,
I'm just gonna.
give me a call
I just
when
want-
whatever.
I just want to see like a picture of them traveling on a map and call it the CJ cam, so we know where exactly they are. Just like looking.
I'm gonna turn a tracking program on my phone so that way it'd be plotted on a map.
Okay, definitely call it the CJ cam.
It's gonna be like Indiana Jones with little cars going across the map.
That can easily be done.
What was the other
Well, great,
question?
yeah. I'd love to go and follow, catch up on that. So, are you releasing that as a FanCast?
Yes. Well, or some of it will be at
Well,
least.
yeah, well, I'll be doing the check-ins with Redbeard will be on the FanCast. Sounds like Todd's and those guys are going to be doing some other stuff too. I'm not sure. However they want to do it, if we can support them, I definitely would love to. But I'm not sure what their plans are with that.
Most of those will be going on the YouTube channel. I gotta remember what it is.
Yeah.
Raven set it up. I can't recall what it's called.
Oh, there's a Convoy YouTube channel?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Oh,
tweeted
awesome.
it back out. We'll post stuff up on the website too, so people can grab information.
Okay, cheers.
That'll be fun to watch that this week. Hopefully you guys tweet out a lot of pictures too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The Central's itching to fire off a bunch of pictures.
Oh, great. Who's that?
That's my artificial intelligence in the Blazer.
Oh, yes. Jasper.
Yes,
Jasper.
yes. Oh God, Jasper.
I don't know the joke behind this.
It's Iron Man's personal assistants, I think.
Yeah. Also, the running gag on the Talking Dead cast.
Oh.
Oh, is it? That's beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. Every red shirt that dies is a Jasper.
Oh, poor Jasper. We knew you well. Not really. No, we didn't know you.
No.
All right, guys. Well, I'm about ready to wrap it up. How about you?
I'm good.
You all
Yeah.
good?
I gotta go work on the AC on the Blazer because it decided to go out right
Oh,
before
no.
we leave.
What a time.
Yeah, no kidding. So that's
All
my
right.
plans for today.
Well, Alberto, thanks again for joining the show.
I'm glad to be here.
Cam, it was good to have you, and nice to get to see you and talk to you for the first time.
Cheers. Thank you for having me.
And Todd, always a pleasure.
Definitely, sir.
I look forward to meeting you Tuesday. Hopefully, do you know? Oh, you don't know what time, but whenever time I'll swing over to Redbeard's and say hi to y'all.
Yeah, it should be around noon, 1 o'clock, because we're trying to leave out of here at 6:30.
Okay, yeah, whenever
So,
works
yeah.
for you guys.
Yeah, that should put us down there about then.
Awesome. Well, this has been another We're Live FanCast. I'm Mick.
I'm Redbeard.
All right. Todd, make sure to check the Convoy check-ins this week.
The beer
At-
void.
It's
The
at
beer-
convoy_WA, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so you can see all those check-ins. All right. Talk to y'all later.